Speaking of drug addictions, let's get back to Jordan Peterson and watch his slow decline into madness himself.
Do you believe in the all-knowing, all-powerful, all-good notion of God?
What do you mean by believe?
That's true.
Pause it real quick. Pause it real quick. Dude,
how can you immediately, after that kid presents himself as a douche, go, I'm going to be the bigger douche right now?
Hold my beer. Hold my beer. Watch me douche.
What the fuck?
What do you mean by believe? What everybody means by believe, Jordan Peterson. What do you mean by God? What do you mean by believe? What do you mean by what?
That's the circular definition. What do you mean when you say you believe?
How is that circular?
Because you added no content to the answer by substituting the word true and believe.
I said you think it to be true.
All right. So if you believe something, you stake your life on it.
What do you mean by that?
You live for it and you die for it. That's what I mean by that. It isn't something that you say. It isn't something that's associated with logical consistency. It's not declarative. It's not propositional. It's not a figment of your imagination. It's the presupposition of your attention and your action. And you're either fragmented, in which case you worship multiple gods, or there's some unity at the bottom of it that makes you an unstoppable force.
Okay, so you're...
The kid's like just blank stare, like, what? I asked you if you believe in God, and you went on a tirade of the definition of the word believe and how you have to be willing to die for something if you believe it. If you believe the sky is blue, you better be willing to die for it. If somebody has a gun to your head and they're like, say the sky is green, if you're not willing to die for that, then you never believed it.
Yeah, right.
So stupid.
I would lie in order to be able to save my life, right? Like, I think you would do that too. You wouldn't lie to save your life?
Don't be so sure.
You wouldn't lie to save your life?
How much do you know about me? I didn't lie to save my career. I didn't lie to save my clinical practice.
Would you lie to, like, save your children, your mom, your dad?
I don't think lying would save them.
No, can there ever be a circumstance logically that lying could save someone?
Yeah, and if you're steeped in sin, you're likely to live in circumstances like that.
Oh my
I'll give you an example. If
God.
you're like
It's so bad. It's so like, and he like accuses this kid in a minute of like dodging the question or like working his way around the question when that's what he's been doing this entire time.
Yeah, the kid is just like Socratic methoding him basically, and he's hanging himself. It's so bad.
Nazi Germany, and it is the case that there's like Jewish people in your attic and you're trying
I
to
know
protect
the
them.
example.
Would you lie to like the Nazis? If
I
they're
would have done
asking?
everything I bloody well could, so I wouldn't be in that situation
Would you
to
lie?
begin.
Oh my
It's a
God.
hypothetical, and it's not
Can't answer
answerable.
He's failing the breakfast question.
No, I can't answer a hypothetical like
What?
that because
Did
it's
you eat
far.
today?
He can't even answer the hypothetical. It's just
No.
beyond the pale to answer the question of would you lie to the Nazi regime if you were hiding somebody in your attic? Well, I wouldn't be in that situation because I wouldn't hide somebody in my attic.
It's
What are
such
you
a
saying?
simple, like even before he, like that's a good hypothetical for that the kid gave. Even before he said that, like it's such an easy answer. Like,
Right.
is there any scenario where,
Of course.
where it's justified to lie? Yes, of course there is.
Of course.
But he would never find himself in an authoritarian regime where that would be the case. He would do
Oh,
everything
my
he
God.
bloody well could. Like, okay, Jordan, like it's so exhausting. Like this is a
it's so
hypothetical
stupid.
question, and you're gonna tell me how you lived your life leading up to this hypothetical that prevented you from being in this it's still a hypothetical, Jordan. Just answer the fucking question.
It just seems like he's being intentionally obtuse.
Absolutely.
Completely intentionally dodging this.
He's filibustering and
Boy.
trying to confuse the kid. It feels like he's trying to like
And
spin him
fail.
into a circle and be like, well, see, now you don't know what we're talking about now. But the entire time the kid's just like, bro, what are you talking about? Like nobody knows what you're talking about. I asked you a very simple question.
Did you eat
Don't
today?
play games.
I'm not playing a game. I'm just
Yes,
asking if
you
you ate
are.
it today.
If you present me with an intractable moral choice that's stripped of context and you back me into a corner, you're playing game.
And
I
you're
just-
playing the fucking victim. He's backing you into a corner by asking you, do you believe in God and would you harbor a Jew in your attic? These are not hard questions.
I would do everything that I could to make sure that I'm never in that situation. By the time you've got there, you've made so many mistakes that there's nothing you can do that isn't a sin.
Haven't you
Being
read
born
my
in Nazi
book?
Germany and trying to protect people that
Did
care
you
about,
even
like,
clean
there could
your
be a
room?
Jewish friend that you have, and you want to protect them.
I think you should
have
just
them in
give
your
up on
attic.
that line of questioning.
Give up on.
Oh my
God!
I think you should stop asking that question because I'm still not going to have an answer no matter how many times you ask it.
You've made so many mistakes. If you put yourself in that situation, you should have turned every Jew that you knew into the Nazis.
It's just a basic hypothetical. Like I could ask
It's
you.
just a basic
yeah,
hypothetical where you
if you-
put Jews' lives at stake in Nazi Germany. That's just a basic hypothetical.
Obviously, you would lie in that scenario to save their life, but you're like not trying to answer this question for some reason.
I just told you why.
Are you anti-fascist? Like, so you're
Why
anti-fascist?
are you asking that?
I was just asking. But like, okay, again, you're not answering this hypothetical because you know it shows that you clearly would lie to save
I'm
someone's life.
answering it in
Obviously,
a
that's
manner
not
you
what truth
don't
is.
find acceptable.
Because you
Obviously,
haven't
like, you're-
answered it.
I wouldn't be in that scenario.
Obviously, right? Logically, because that's
No.
already happened. Like that's in the past. You don't have the
I
time
don't
to
live
travel
in
device.
the
So bring this
1940s. I would
logical
not be in that scenario.
This would never happen to me. I would never find myself in such a predicament.
I was in a situation where the best I could do as a consequence of my previous mistakes was to tell the least amount of lie I could manage. But that would likely indicate that I had made all sorts of catastrophic errors on my way there.
So you would lie to save someone's life. So again, you do believe it to be true in that circumstance, even though you like lied in that scenario.
You're doing exactly what I said you were doing at the beginning of the conversation. You're generating an impossible, restricted, hypothetical with no precursors to back me into a
How's
corner.
it possible? Is there something contradictory about it? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Oh my God.
He had to have thought that he was going to mop the floor with them, but it was quite the opposite. And I don't like to be the guy who, you know, says, good job, left-wing mannequin or what have you. Like, but they did. They crushed him. And it's not really because they did an amazing job. It's because Jordan Peterson sucks. Just one more sad nail in the Jordan Peterson coffin as we watch another old elderly man just get abused in public.